All right, so this is 24/7 Betterment, and here's the first question. Who are you? Like, just tell the audience who you are. So, who am I? Have a YouTube channel called 24/7 Betterment. Document my just day-to-day life of growth, of quitting lust, PMO, which stands for porn, masturbation, orgasm. So it includes hooking up, it includes like looking at females in a lustful way. It involves just quitting that aspect of my life. Like, who am I without that lust? Who am I without focusing on like females so much? And so that's what my channel is about. And that's like, who am I? Like, I grew up half Turkish. I grew up overseas in Turkey for like 9 years. Now I'm in the States. I want to have big career goals with like trading and investing and learning like that side of the market, Forex, foreign exchange, which stands for foreign exchange, stocks, all that stuff to do with money, and just not have to work for anyone and just keep learning, right? That's the goal. Who else am I? Just always on a journey of growth, whether that's physical, spiritual, mental, emotional. Who am I when interacting with the world? What does the world show, like, who I am within me? Because everyone's a mirror, right? Who am I? That's always a question, right? Who am I? Am I just some? There's a great quote that says, "You are not," something like this. I might butcher it, but you are not your body. You are like a soul experiencing a human life or something. You're not a human being experiencing a spiritual life. You are a spiritual being experiencing a human life. I know I butchered that, but you know the quote. Anyways, that's basically who I am. I can't think of anything else. Who am I? I'm like working on getting in the best shape of my life, always challenging my mind. Right now, let's do ultra running. It's hard because I never liked to run, but I've done some pretty amazing stuff. Got some cats, just stuff I'm just trying to work on, getting the best health, fitness, all that stuff. So, yeah. So the second question I want to ask is your background with porn addiction. So, well, a background with porn addiction. And so I think, I don't know the exact age I started, but might have been in the teens, 14, 15. You know, it started off with like magazine, like this basketball magazine I had, and on the end page was like these females with like bikinis showing cleavage, and just that's when I got hooked. And then there was like LimeWire, and it took so long to like download videos, and it would just slowly, like, I'd have these two separate lives of the secret life of like trying to hide this person I didn't want to be, of just like fapping every day, of just being shy to talk to females. I was shy. I was a quiet person growing up. I was good at sports. I'd be so like alone. And with that aloneness, I would numb it with porn. I'd numb it with a lot of just my phone. I'd be a big video game person. And porn addiction just escalated into scenes that like I would never want to talk about. It's just not who I am, and that's how porn addiction goes. It just escalates, and more shame, more guilt, and then I found NoFap, and still I was hooked. Like, even though I read all these people of quitting porn and masturbation and porn always went hand in hand for me. I never understood like fapping without porn. I understood like sex, sharing it with someone, and having like an actual real life person, but I can never understand just fapping without sex. But that's just me, and I know so many people. Like I get porn. I always said like porn, or on my channel, if you're not subscribed right now. Porn addiction messed me up mentally, while the fapping messed me up physically. And the physical and mental always go hand in hand. So it escalated into stuff. Every time I felt, and then the more I did it, the deeper the addiction became. It just made me feel numb to life, like the simple joys in life wouldn't do anything. I didn't get too high, I didn't get too low, and just made me feel like I didn't exist. And slowly, it just ate. It's just like I didn't exist. I was existing without existing. The days went by. I still try, like I've always been interested in self-help, self-growth, realization, but like I was only going so far because of the PMO, the lust of females, and I'm still working on it. And it's a never-ending journey, but I'm much further along than I was, and I'm extremely grateful for it. I always had this attitude of gratitude. I always had hope, faith, whatever you want to call it. I knew beating myself up didn't work. I had just so much shame, so much guilt, and can't think of anything else, but that's pretty much my background in porn addiction. It escalated into just like more of a habit that I didn't want to do. Every time I felt bored, shame, guilt, and I beat myself up. And the more I beat myself up, the more I'd want to run from those emotions, those uncomfortable emotions. And I hated myself. I hated myself. And that's the lowest energy form. I hated myself, but I'd try so bad not to hate myself, to love myself. But you can't really love yourself fully if your actions don't align with it. And my actions did not align with that. So, that's pretty much my background with porn. And yeah, it was just dark times. So I've got one final question, and I think the audience, the subscribers want to know, like, how do you feel reaching 101 days? Like, how I feel in uncharted waters right now, just being in uncharted waters, how you feel? Uncharted territory, being on day 101. It's been a journey. Like, it's not just this whole 101 days being in uncharted waters. It's like it's the years leading up to this. It's the binges that have gotten less. It's not the day count, because I've had streaks where I'm on top of things, and I've had streaks where, like this, I'm still struggling with other habits, and so every streak is different. But the biggest thing I've learned on this streak is I'm coming into myself. I'm learning that it's not about me, and if I want to live this life fully, which I only get one life, so man, I don't want to live it with this chain over my shoulder, this like chain of porn and guilt and shame. It's like I want to live it fully. I want to just attack every single moment that life has to offer, because like imagine the people who are homeless, who are told by their doctors, healthcare providers, that they have 10 days left to live. And now imagine they are porn addicts, or they're fapping their life away. They would not watch porn those 10 days. They wouldn't even think about porn because they'd be so focused on living fully those 10 days. And we've all heard where our energy goes, focus flows. Wherever energy goes, wherever your focus goes, energy flows. And it's like when I'm so focused on what I want to be, what I want to do, my habits, then I'm like, I'm not thinking of PMO. But at the same time, it is an addiction, and we do have to learn to deal with feeling it, feeling the feelings, and just not acting on it. But anyways, there's so much more, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah. All right, well, that was the final question, and just want to thank you for coming onto the show, onto the podcast, and yeah, we might have more. So yeah, it's something new we're trying. Let's wave to the audience. Thanks for watching. Let's get it.